Perfect.
All right, so Mr. Wakefield, you've kind of brought me in here today to discuss a potential job offer. I don't know if you could, elaborate on exactly the terms of the company and exactly what you're going to, or what you're looking to offer me in the position.
So obviously, like, I'm T.S. Wakefield, AVP at LimTek Global, and we've obviously been talking to each other recently, and we're looking for somebody to be a coordinator in our safety affairs division, and obviously that is the position we've been discussing. And as you can see, like, we sent you this offer letter discussing all these things, and we kind of just want to get, like, your opinion on them.
Okay.
Like, what you actually want out of the job, and get you a job that you're qualified for, and that will work for our company. And obviously, we want you to, like, work with us and be, like, the best fit for that position and in our company.
Right. So I guess I could start off and just give an overview of what I'm extremely adamant about. Obviously, I had applied for a position in the Mountain View department, but they managed to send me, and you guys gave me this offer here for kind of the safety department. Now, what I'm really adamant about is actually the environment. I don't know if you looked on my resume, but I'm a member of the environmental club. I am active in many of the environmental organizations on campus. I know there's I'm one of the lead advocates for by 2050 the Babson campus is going to be completely carbon neutral. At the same time, in our dorms, we're doing LEED certifications, which has to do with building green. We're actually going to go LEED Gold for our buildings, and I've been a huge advocate in projects such as trying to get a gray water system where we're taking rainwater and using that for our toilets. So I'm a huge advocate for the environmental aspect. And with that being said, I mean, LimTek does have many environmental opportunities job-wise. And while I have not been offered a position in the environmental sector, I do see fit that I would best perform in the environmental sector. That is something that I'm a huge advocate for. That's something that my whole career I've really been focused on the environmental sector. When I was working in the Mountain View department, it was really working in the environmental sector as well. So it's something what I'm familiar with, what I advocate for, and I don't know if by any chance there's any opportunities in possibly moving at a certain point from the safety department into the environmental role, or if it's possible, straight up, and it is a role that I could begin to take. I don't know if you could expand on that.
So, like, obviously right now we have a position open in the safety division for a coordinator, and that's the position that like, we would want you to fill if you were to take the job.
Most certainly.
So, like, right now we don't have a position open in the environmental, and, like, financially and like, we can't really like open another position just for you, obviously, because we just don't need more people in that area. But, like, I think, like, the question of in the future, like, if you perform well in, like, as a safety coordinator or something, and that job comes up, like, there's obviously, like, a potential, like, movement in the company. So like I think by joining the company as a safety coordinator in the safety division definitely gives you that option to maybe move in the future, depending on, like, your performance or.
Okay, and may I ask, how do you define good performance?
Yeah.
How does LimTek define success? What's a successful employee?
Right now, like, in terms of, like, moving over, I'm not sure if there's like a qualitative or quantitative thing that we could say like this is good performance, so and now you can move to the environmental section because we don't have a position open. But like obviously we want an employee who knows what they're doing and is qualified for the position. So like you have lots of experience in environmental and organizing things, and like I think that would be a good fit for safety.
I mean, not to mention I've worked with the company. I've interned here before.
Right, exactly. So you come highly recommended from
the Mountain View.
Mountain View area. Yeah. So like I think in the past we've seen that performance. But any of the employees around you obviously are performing well. So just like that's an example of their performance. Yeah.
Okay, so I guess I was just kind of expressing my concern, just in terms of just moving within the company. And I don't know if that's going to be a year, 2 years, however long it's going to be, but that is something that I would like to continue to advance in my career in environmental, and I feel the need to tell you guys that. Also, in terms of the salary, I don't know. I mean, I know it's a recovering economy and whatnot, but I don't feel as if it's an appropriate salary for exactly what I'm going to be doing, and I don't know if I can be compensated in that or in other ways. If it's not an annual salary, maybe we can work something else out of this, such as a signing bonus or better stock options, or even a transfer fee in terms of me relocating, like a relocation fee.
I think we can discuss all of those things definitely.
Okay. So where do you want to start exactly?
So I don't know if we really want to discuss like numbers yet. I think maybe like let's just talk about like more about maybe why you're qualified for this job.
Okay. So why I'm qualified for
this job.
Okay. So in terms of qualifications, what you're looking for, as you mentioned, yes. Number one, I have interned at this company before. I'm familiar with the company structure, how you operate, the ins and outs. Yes, I completely agree that it's a different sector of the company that I will be working for, the safety division. So yeah, there will be differences in the workload that I will be doing. And while it's not something that I'm as adamant about in terms of I love the environment, safety is something that I can also pick up very quickly. I'm an enthusiastic, highly motivated worker, and you can ask any other company my recommendations. They can all tell you that about me. I've had plenty of work experience, and in terms of qualification for this divisional job, I think I can prove to be a huge success and a better replacement for I believe it's Francona, your previous employee. Where I don't have as much experience. I am a college student. I do have a very quick learning curve. As I said, I'm familiar with the company. I can pick it up. If not in 1 week, in 2 weeks I'll have it done. Learn to a science.
Okay. So like I guess that is one of our concerns. Like you don't have that much experience, but like obviously we know you from your other internship. But how are you going to compensate for like not having that experience?
Well, you have to use your surroundings. I mean, it's going to be constant contact with employees, being enthusiastic, and really asking questions when they need to be asked. If I don't know what I'm doing, I mean, who do you think I should be reporting to if I don't know the answer to something? Am I reporting to you? Am I reporting to an MD? Or who am I reporting to exactly? Because there will be questions that I have, and I'm not going to sit there and just try and figure it out myself. For the most part, yes, I'll try and figure it out myself to what extent I can. But if I have a question, I'm going to go to someone, ask them so I can efficiently and effectively continue my job and get through the day.
Okay. Yeah.
Don't really want to be cooped up right
good.
now.
So in terms of, I mean, that's kind of a question that I'm gonna ask you. I mean, who do I report to when I do have a question?
So like the direct hierarchy is like you're reporting to Pedroia right now.
Okay.
And then like above that is like our director of safety, who's Ellsbury, and then above that is me.
So I should be directing my questions to Dusty Pedroia.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if he's not available, then I should be going to Ellsbury?
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Like for the eco dorms, I've
so I guess like you talked a lot about your environment, like love of the environment.
Yeah.
So like, how do you think that plays into like the safety part of the job, though?
The safety part of the job.
Yeah, like going with the actual safety position. Like, do you think you're qualified for that position as well?
Yeah, I do. I mean, what it has to do with the familiarity with the company, I believe, and knowing how the company operates and knowing how to present yourself. And where I'm not as knowledgeable in the safety aspect, I mean, I do know some basic rulings of OSHA, etc., whatnot. That I have learned in school. But it's one of those things, I mean, I'd say for 90% of jobs, you go in and you're not 100% sure what exactly you're going to be doing. I'm sure like there's basic skills such as Excel that people do know, but at the crux of it, until you really sit down and the workload is in front of you and you learn what you're doing, until that happens, you're not 100%. You can't say that you're 100% qualified. I don't think anyone can. But knowing what the company is about, I think I am capable of saying that I feel I am better prepared than others.
Based on that,
obviously not someone who's got 20 years experience or 15 years experience, however it may be, but you're going to be paying an arm and a leg for that person. And at the end of the day, I'm here for 3 months. I could probably be just as good as someone who's been here for 5 years.
Make sure that you are
in that safety division. I'm a very quick learner.
So I guess I just want to like talk about an example of something that you would be doing.
Yeah, most certainly.
So like in like the next 6 months, we're trying to roll out this like huge report about like safety and. So we would expect like you or whoever we hire to be producing this 100 to 200 page report. So do you think that is like something that you would be able to do in that amount of time?
Oh, in 6 months?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, most certainly. And you're saying the first 6 months I'm going to be here?
Yeah.
Yes, most certainly. As long as there's, are there models? Is there a model that you want me to be following exactly for this safety initiative?
Yeah.
Okay. There's a model, a template, and I'm able to go into Dusty Pedroia's office, kind of open door policy. Run an idea by him and show him. Okay, so in these 10 pages, like, tell me what you think. Like, do you think these needs to be changed? Like, does this need to be changed? As long as I'm able to go to him or Ellsbury or you for that matter. In fact, I would love all 3 of your inputs when I am doing this, because Dusty Pedroia's input could be different than what you think should be in the safety guidelines book. But if there's a template, I'll follow the template to the best of my ability. I will. But I think what really counts is the three management positions opinions at the end of the day, and you need to tell me if no, I don't like this, or I think you need to add this. But for the most part, other than that, I can do it to the best of my ability. In 6 months for sure.
So do you have any questions for me about this?
About this, the initiative on the safety guideline?
Yeah. Or any questions in your
Well, no, I mean, nothing in terms, I mean, it's kind of me just kind of here because I feel like I can bring a lot to this company in general, and I do want to be here long term. This is a company that I really enjoy and pursue. And I've enjoyed my internship experience, but I just don't feel like the compensation or what you're
Look at it
trying
that
to
way,
give me
it'll be
is
definitely-
to help you
Yeah.
grow, and that's what we want at the end.
I mean, at the same time, I've really expressed my interest in working for this company, but I mean, are you guys really interested in me? Like, do you feel the need that you want me here? I mean,
more concrete terms, I guess, because right now it's all.
So like based on our conversation and our past
What do you have in
conversation, I
mind
think
in
like
terms of what
you would
yourself
be
as a
qualified
company?
for
I
this
don't see
position.
anything that says that, you know,
Like
it's not
obviously it's
projects
slightly
coming up.
risky
However, we know that there will be
because like
some
you don't have the
projects and we want you
experience
involved
that
in
maybe
it.
the other hires
So,
would
but if your
have.
case had an income in terms of
And also like you're focusing on this environmental thing, and like that's obviously extremely important to you. But like at the end of the day, we don't need someone in our environmental division, right? We need someone who's going to be our safety coordinator. So like that is like slightly concerning, but it's like good that you have like this like drive to be that environmental thing, and like maybe in the future like you could work in that position if you got this position,
I've written that down.
which is like is good because we obviously want like if you're a valuable employee, we want you to stick around in the company because it's good for our company.
I guess environmental.
So I guess like we obviously feel like our like initial offering is like good, but I think obviously it can be negotiated.
I would be able to benefit.
So I guess
Yes, we communicate.
should we just start talking about some of these?
yeah, I mean, like,
points
yeah,
here?
let's dive in. I mean, one thing that
very
kind of concerns me is, I mean,
individuals who are
Hartford's not my ideal location.
Yes.
At the end of the day, so I mean, I'm gonna be needed compensated somehow. You know, either I don't know if you could relocate me somewhere else, or maybe
What do you know about him? I mean, I just wanna
increase the location, you know, fee that you guys are paying me for moving. I mean, that's one way I could think about doing
Kind
it.
of
Or
slipped down on the green list, and I know that.
So
Mr.
your concerns with the area, you just don't like Hartford, or
yeah, like Hartford's not my place. You know, I want to have a good work-life balance. Is what it comes down to. And it sounds, it may sound selfish, but I mean, I think we can all kind of relate to this. I mean, I don't know anyone in Hartford. It's a new place to me. It is relatively, there are very dangerous parts of Hartford I am familiar with from what I've heard. And I mean, I mean, I'm going out there because I'm dedicated. I love LimTek as a company, but I'm not gonna have a social life there.
I mean, okay, so yeah, I think that maybe it's like slightly hard. I don't think Hartford is really that bad of a place.
No, I'm not saying that it's a bad place, but no, there are definitely seriously like ghetto neighborhoods.
You know yourself.
So like obviously,
not be a problem to give you all
as
that
like
you
the part
ask.
where you would be living or wherever you choose to live, like wouldn't be that bad. And like I think that like
Well, I mean, with the salary of $48,000, I mean, it's kind of hard to pay rent. Hartford does have more expensive areas, which are the safer areas, of course, and it's got the more ghetto neighborhoods where there are people on the corners, where it is a little bit more sketchy. I mean, so I mean, yeah, it's a matter of safety to a degree.
You understand that you need a lot of coaching and experience.
And yeah, social life. I mean, it kind of all ties together. Like, I'm trying to work. I'm trying to work with you here. I'm not trying to work against you. But like,
in terms of time frame,
it's not enough. Is what it comes down to.
How long is it? Does it usually?
so you're saying like this $2,000 cash payment isn't enough for you?
Well, it needs to be compensated somehow. You know, either salary wise or you know, maybe an increase in both. I mean, or maybe give me some better options. You know, or a better signing bonus. Something. You know, tangible that I can have. I mean, I'm straight up picking up, leaving college, and not gonna really know anyone, and I'm gonna start working, which is something that I want to do completely. But I don't have that cash. I mean, you guys are paying me on a monthly basis. I mean, I don't have that cash to be able to put down a down payment on an apartment, for leasing an apartment, or whatever it may be. It's expensive. First month's rent, last month's rent, and then the finder's fee, which is generally another month's rent. I mean, that's 3 months rent there. And I doubt that it's going to be $1,000 a month, and I need to find
So that's
roommates,
your
etc. I
concern,
mean,
is
it's going to take
you don't want
time.
to be
It's
stuck behind something.
it's money out of my pocket
Yeah.
is what it comes down
I mean,
to.
how we see
what
that
I
is
can say is
like
what I
your
know
probably like your
coordinators
commitment to the
that
job, but
coordinators of work
also
is
like the fact that you
your
want to
job.
work in this company. So
You're in
like
charge of
maybe you are
safety.
sacrificing
However,
these areas. But like
being
I
in
think
charge of safety,
we
you
want
have access
employees who are like
because
dynamic
you're a
and can like
coordinator
adapt
to
to these different
a
situations,
lot
right?
of
Right, for sure.
environmental
Yeah.
aspects.
So, all right, let me ask you: how do you define
directors
a motivated employee? Someone who
line
wants to work
with
for
the
you. I mean,
directors
essentially,
of
you
the
want someone
So
who wants to
technically,
work for
you
your
have
company.
Yeah.
access
If
to
I haven't
the
proven that,
environment.
then I
So
mean,
if
I
you look at
really
the
don't know
chart,
what I have.
this
I
is
mean,
you.
essentially, you want someone who wants to work here.
This
Right,
is the
exactly.
And no, I want to work here,
These are the
and we're
other
trying to
directors. You're
work around this. But at the end of the day,
directly
I'm not gonna
with the
lie to you
environment.
guys. I mean, I do have other job offers lined up from other
Yes,
companies. Is what it comes
and
down
with
to.
the- with
And
the safety
and
department.
yeah, I'm
So
worried
it
for
should
my
not be a
safety
problem for
living
you to
living
tap
in
into
parts of
these
Hartford,
resources.
and I want to
So
come work
if
for you
you
guys.
address that
But
problem,
if you guys can't
you should not
accommodate,
have,
I mean, I'm gonna be forced to
something
go
to
to
So
and work for another company,
what do you think
whether I
about
like it or
what
not,
we're
because
spoken
of
about here?
living situations.
Okay. So I guess let's just talk about something else for a second.
I mean, I see that you're happy with what
So, like, obviously
what
this-
we had
this
to offer,
signing
so it's
bonus
not
kind
your
of
problem
plays
to
into
keep
that.
on because you will be directly
Like
working with
if you were to
the
sign on,
environment,
obviously,
as
like
well as
this
director of
could give
safety.
you the cash to
Because
like
once you're working with director
make
of
that
safety,
down
you're
payment on your
directly
apartment wherever you want to live
Right.
or whatever.
the director of
So in terms of
So I
the
will
signing bonus,
definitely be able to.
we offered you
perfect, not a problem.
3,000.
yeah, we offered you 3,000. And like we think that like
What
it's
else-
like a pretty
what else do you
reasonable
have in mind?
offer. Obviously,
Do you
that's
feel
the
like-
offer that we made.
Kind of
and
in line with my.
It'll be
plans,
paid like immediately, like after you
Yeah.
make this.
After you sign.
Yeah, right. So like that would obviously
I was
help you
wondering
with your
how-
moving.
Right. I mean, you guys are giving
So
me
with the
a
relocation.
relocation.
Yeah.
So let's focus on the relocation part of it. So I'm coming to work for you guys. I'm moving from Boston to Hartford.
LimTek.
An expensive change, on campus. Like I have everything paid for by my
That's
parents,
a long time
etc.
You know
And
that we offer
now
training
I need to pay basically 3 months rent.
You should write this down. This is all
Now
the
let's
basis of
let's take a step back and let's
you're someone
try and
who
rationalize how much
works hard
rent is essentially
and
going to be. I mean,
there's no
average
reason why
average
you
rent
not move up the ladder.
in Hartford. I mean, I could tell you in Boston.
I guess just.
I mean, I have friends paying $1,800 a month
how-
for their place.
But then,
So
like,
let's span that down. Let's say $1,400.
What's the time frame for that? Like how.
Okay, so-
That's 1400 times 3 that I need to pay up front for my apartment. Last month's, first month's, and the fact that I have to pay a finder's fee
how
for
we are growing.
whomever I'm
At the
with.
end of the day, it's the team. And
That's-
because unlike other big companies,
That's
where
$4,200 out of my
there's
pocket.
no avenue for you to
You guys
grow,
are giving me
we still have
$5,000
a
combined
team and a collaborative team.
for the signing
You know
for the
that
bonus.
you
It should be
work
$4,200 for my
we
relocation
progress
fee.
together. And with this company being
So I think right now we can't really like move very far on the relocation fee. I think like part of our policy
So
as a company is like this
let's try and-
$2,000.
So let's try and compensate it
Right.
somewhere else. If you guys
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
do
no,
that,
I'm agreeing. I agree. We should definitely try to compensate somewhere. Um, so maybe let's look at
I want to do well, and so we all
where do you want to go next?
But the reason we're here is to
Maybe
I mean, why don't we throw it into the salary then?
Yeah, let's talk about the salary. I guess.
Let's
Yeah.
talk about the salary.
Microsoft, they're already.
So
there's no way for you
it's
to grow.
$48,000 annually,
And there's no way for
right?
you to
Yeah.
grow
Paid
easily
monthly.
because you have to follow that ladder.
So like obviously we think that's a fair offer.
However, this is a smaller company.
Yeah.
Because that's the offer that we
It sure as hell doesn't
proposed.
seem fair to me. I mean, so what exactly were you paying me the last guy? I mean, from what I've heard, it was high 80s, and yeah, he was more qualified than me. But high 80s and 48, it kind of seems like you guys are cutting me out 48. So let's start at 60 and work our way down because that's what you guys are gonna do.
Yeah, I was just.
So like 60 is definitely not an option.
Yeah, I mean, you got to start high to be able to
Yeah.
negotiate.
Positions open there.
so
I was wondering like if I could.
I guess like in terms of experience, like the person we previously had in this position was like 10 years of experience. You know, like we're obviously paying them a higher salary, and that experience is really valuable to us as a company because because we need someone who knows what they're doing, right? So we're kind of taking a risk with you on the, like, taking you right out of college, right? But if you're going to be in the company for like long term, then there's obviously like potential for like this raise, obviously, and increased salary, and like, so like you have to start somewhere, and like 48,000 is like where we want you to start,
But you want to move all the way to
right?
California.
But like we're willing to move up a little
Yeah, you're
bit.
okay with that?
Okay.
Because it's a long move.
So
So
let's
like
move up a little bit.
maybe go up to like 50. That's probably
You know, I'm not thinking 50. I'm thinking more along the lines of like 56,000,
You're studying that, is
57,000,
what I'm saying.
something
So,
around that.
home is where school is.
Because maybe I can move into a good neighborhood.
Think about going all the way to California.
I mean, let's take a step back. So, I mean, you're looking for a long-term employee, and I can tell you that I'm coming to this company not because, you know, I'm seeking the money. I am to a degree. I'm trying to have some type of lifestyle. But I'm coming to the company because I want to work at this company. I know I want to work at this company. I know because I've interned at this company before.
Yeah.
Let's give me incentive to stay at this company, to stay at it for a long time. You have an employee that could put in 20 plus years here of experience. I mean, let's take our eye off the salary real quick, and when we come back, we can use the 5750 benchmark. But long term, give me some options. Give me some shares. Give me 1,900 shares, 1,800 shares. You know, that indicates that, you know, I'm here to stay.
Yeah.
I'm here to stay.
So let's look at stock options then. So our initial offer is obviously that you'll receive 500 stock options upon taking the job.
I'm a believer in this company. You know, I put my heart into it. I mean, I believe that what I put in, hopefully, is a reflection of what will come out of the company. I'm willing to put my heart into it, and I want to see this company succeed. I want to be vested in this company. And at the same time, you know, 500 stock, that's not a lot. Can we do like 1,800, you know?
So like, I don't think initially we can do any more than 500.
I mean, I think you guys
that's
should.
just,
I think
like, a
it's
LimTek
going to
policy is how they.
I mean, sometimes policies have to be broken. I mean,
right now, I feel like
this is a way of me showing, you know, I'll take less of a salary, but I want to be vested in the company. I want to know that I can be part of this company.
Yeah,
It's something that I want.
Yeah, no, we completely agree. We want you to be vested in the company. So maybe let's look at it like in a year, like after a year of the company, you get more stock options.
No. I mean,
Like
I
we
want
can't
stock
just
options up front.
give them to you up front because that's not really confirming that like you want to be invested in the company. Like you could just leave. Sell your stock options, like if you keep saying that there's an incentive for you to get more stock options, to be more invested in the company, and like
But at
there's
this,
kind of
but
that
at this,
chain reaction.
but at the rate of 500, that's nothing. That's nothing.
I mean, it's not nothing.
Come on, bump it up. Give me 1,500.
We can't
You
give
can bump it up. I
anything
know you can do something.
more than 500.
Come on, T.S. Wakefield. You're a big player. You know the hierarchical of this company. You know you're above Dusty Pedroia. You're above Ellsbury. Come on, you can make something happen. Come on, Wakefield.
It's going to work out.
You're a big shot at this company. Make something happen.
So I'm gonna hold fast on this. We really can't give you more than 500.
Okay, so let's go back to the salary.
Well, let's talk about what we could give you like later.
No, let's talk about
Because if you really are saying like you want to stick around with the company, right?
Yeah, but let's focus on the now.
Well, I think
Because
we don't want to focus on the now. We want to focus on like where is your projected path going, and like what are you going to get out of that?
Okay.
Because like that is like another risk that we're concerned about. Is like we're taking this kid out of college, and like like you don't have really anything tying you down. So like you could move to another job or whatever you want. Because like maybe you're not sure what you want to do. I don't know. But like that's a risk. That is a risk in taking on. So like to incentivize like sticking around, like you say you want to do, like we'll give you these stock options later, like in a year or 3 years or whatever we decide. More stock options, right?
or what they actually do.
See, what I don't like is, you know, whatever we decide. I don't like this whole, you know, the we decide type kind of thing. I want a definitive, you know, next year you're going to increase my shares to 1,000. The year after 1,500. You know, I want something written in paper. And I want more because I'm not getting it now. I want to be compensated.
Yeah, I mean, I think we can do that. Let's say you get 500 initially,
Okay.
and you get 1,000 after a year.
So what you're saying is,
Why don't we do 1,000 for starters and 500 each year?
We can't do that.
You can.
No, we can't do that because it doesn't really make sense in terms of
Why doesn't it make sense?
incentivizing you or like having you stay with the company, right?
It does though. You're incrementally increasing.
But we would rather it be the other way around.
Okay. So I can work with this. But if you're gonna work with that, then I want my salary raised to 58K.
starting very low.
We can't do 58K.
So
We can't do 58K.
So what are you saying? What can this company do? What can this company offer me?
We can do 50.
No, I'm not here to do 50. I can do 58K with 500 incrementally increase.
But we have people who stay here.
So like financially, it doesn't really make sense for us to go up 50.
Okay.
That's why.
So financially, what can you do?
We can do 50.
Worry about it.
You can do more.
No, we can't do more.
Yes, you can.
And you like.
So
And you know that
what's stopping me from going to another company?
So-
is what you're saying. You know, you keep mentioning, you know, incentivizing me.
Yeah, exactly.
So incentivize me now.
Yeah, no, I'm incentivizing you.
So I can stay with you
Yeah,
guys now.
with these
so I can have a
stock
standard
options,
of
right?
living where I'm not living in the slums and the ghettos of Hartford, Connecticut.
you
a place
have-
that I have no idea what it's about, what they do. I just have heard not so hot things about it. It's in between Boston and New York. It's like a shithole.
We can talk about.
I think that is a very, very harsh like assessment of Hartford. I don't think it's a bad place at all.
It's
Like
a
our employees
rough
enjoy
neighborhood.
it. Like they live there, they having a high quality of life. So I don't think that's really should be a concern.
I mean, I'm sure they have high quality of life when you're being paid high 80s in salary. Let's make an exception. 52K.
No, we can't do
52K. 52K. This is
We
it.
have to-
I can't budge from
we have to do
52K. I can't budge from 52K.
No,
So what can you do?
well, let's say 50.
No, let's
And
say 52.
The
Let's say
options-
52 in the options.
Okay, well, let's talk about something else first.
Okay, let's talk about something else. Let's talk about this signing bonus.
It's just I was.
Okay.
Where are you willing to go with
It
this?
was 5 years. I was hoping.
I need money to set up an apartment, to pay for my leasing fees, to start my cable, to start my heating and my electric. That's not gonna be cheap. It's gonna amount to at least 5K, at least, to get all that set up. Plus, I need to buy furniture, beds,
So at least we
all
have,
that
like,
stuff. I mean, Babson, I'm lucky that they give you a bed. I mean, I had to buy a miniature fridge, but I mean, at the end of the day, I'm gonna have to furnish the apartment somewhat. I'm not saying I have to do it all at once. Let's do something reasonable. And I said we tie the signing bonus and the relocation fee together.
Signing bonus and relocation fee. Okay, how are you proposing to do that?
Well, I mean, let's come up with a joint number. You're saying that you can't do anything with the relocation fee, so let's do
Yeah.
something for the signing bonus.
Okay.
You know, let's bump it up to 9,000, something like that. Something that I can actually work with. Something that I can set up a place and establish a place.
I get it.
So like we obviously can't do 9,000.
I mean, what can you guys do? I mean, for me, it's like I almost have to go to another company to, try and get something, to try and establish some type of life. What can you guys do?
We can do 4,000.
No, I can't do 4,000. Let's do 9,000.
We
All
can't do
right. So
9,000.
so let me get this straight. You guys are only offering 50. You can't do 52.
No.
You guys can't change your relocation fee.
No.
You guys are willing to go $1,000 higher in the signing bonus. I mean, like you guys won't do anything for stock options for me right now. I mean,
No,
like you
no,
guys
we're
have
willing to deal with the stock
given.
options.
I mean, yeah, you guys have given me zero sign of that. You want me. I mean, maybe you should just be filling it with another employee. Like, I'm trying here. I'm trying to work around something, but it's just, nothing's happening. someone's got to budge, and it can't be me because this standard of living right now, I mean, it's just not going to happen. So, I mean, what is it going to be? Is it going to be the signing bonus? I mean, the salary needs to go to 52. I can tell you that. The signing bonus, just bump it up. Say 6 something, 7 something. You know, 7 something. You need to bump it up. I can't do anything here. Come on, Wakefield, work with me.
I think honestly, like, I am trying to work with you, and like I am working with you. So like, I've already increased your salary by $2,000 a year.
So let's
and
bump
if
it up
you really are
another
going to stay with the
$2,000.
company, that's
Let's
a
bump it
significant
up.
amount of money
Let's bump it up.
over the course of
52.
these years.
I know you can do 52.
We can't
You
do 52.
You can.
So then
How
let's
much
look
are
at
you
the signing
paying
bonus.
Dusty? How much you paying
Maybe
Dusty?
give you
You
$1,000
know,
more.
I'm
Well,
sure
so like
Dusty
that is
wouldn't
not
mind if you
that's
got
not a
2K.
comparison that you can even make.
All right, come
Be
on.
completely honest.
Come on,
Like,
52.
he's way more.
52. It's a good number. It's an even number.
We can't do 52.
50 is an even number,
No,
but like, all right, let's go 51. Let's meet halfway.
Let's
come
just
on.
say I've already increased it by 2,000.
Wakefield,
like,
make it 3,000. I mean,
No,
come on.
we can't do that.
Come on, 51.
So I'll
I could
be
see it
willing
in
to
your
give you
eyes,
that
51.
1,000 in the signing bonus. So like 4,000.
No, because you already went up 4,000 with no. Let's go up in the signing bonus like 3,000.
No,
because
we
3 is a
can't.
good
We can't
number.
do that.
Why not?
That's twice as much. That's like,
yeah, that's twice as
no.
much. So right now, I can barely afford to pay my rents, my three payments of rent. Plus, on top of that, I have to furnish my apartment, do cable, hot heating, hot water, electricity. I can't afford that. I straight up can't afford that with the signing bonus and my relocation.
Honest,
That's
like,
what a relocation fee is supposed to be. I'm trying to relocate.
Like, you can't afford that, and
I can't.
that is what other employees are affording that and living a quality lifestyle. So like, I think
But they're being
that's
paid
not
more.
the question.
They're being paid
Question
more. I mean,
is like-
the question is, how badly do you want me? Are you willing to go up that 3,000 for me, or do I just walk and go to another company? Because at this point, I mean, I don't see much of an option.
So you're saying that you want to walk away?
Because I can't afford this standard of living in Hartford. I don't want to live in a ghetto. My parents won't let me do that. So I mean, I'm trying. Come on.
Well, let's look at some other things here that aren't about numbers.
I mean, I think we have to get some numbers out. I mean,
Yeah, no, I'm agreeing with you that eventually this has to be decided, but maybe let's talk about some other options that we can pursue. So maybe let's discuss the start date of April 2nd, because we haven't really talked about that.
Yeah, I mean, we could talk about that. I
Does
mean,
that work for you?
No, I mean, ideally, no, not really. You know, I still have classes and whatnot.
Sorry to disturb you. I could be mistaken, but I believe we might have this run through today.
Okay.
Do
Yeah,
you
we
guys
can
have-
move.
Is that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, perfect. Thanks. I'll get my team 1 second.